Questions with Queens. Hey, y'all. I'm your girl, Nay, your hostess with the mostest.
Now your hostess with the mostest.
I'm Brianna or B.
And I'm Aisha.
All right. So I know I haven't been here for a while. So it's my first time back on our final episode of season 1. Woo!
Woo! Woo! Woo! Woo!
Yeah, so your favorite person is back. So no need to leave. Y'all can come back. I'm home now. I'm here. Come through. Come bless your girl. But anyway, let's get into it. So just want to remind y'all guys to follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Apple, what is it? Apple Podcasts? Spotify, and am I missing anything else? YouTube,
Instagram.
Yes. Questions with Queen. And on Twitter, we are
QWQ Podcast.
Hello, there you go. Thank you. So today's topic is, drum roll, please.
This is a sign in my get.
Ma'am, that was not a drum roll, but I'll take that. She started shooting. We have enough shootings going on right now. We don't need any gats. Put that back and pull out your drumsticks.
All right. I'm going to holster it.
Thank you. All right, so let's get back. So our topic of today is in love versus love. So that's a little deep. So we're going to jump right into that because I feel like that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot that we can talk about with that and elaborate on. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my girl, Ish. We definitely going to start with Ish because we got a love hater over there. So we're going to start with Ish.
Please don't call on me. Please don't call on me.
Yes. I'm going to start with you, teacher Ish.
You be in the classroom like...
Yes. So we're going to jump right into it. So love versus love. So what is the difference between love and love to you? Or is there a difference?
I believe there is a difference. I think it's like a slight difference. Like, I think when you love somebody, I think that's just like caring for them. You know, they're important to you. It's like your children, your mom, your dad, like that type of love. But I think when you're in love with someone, I think that's more of like relationship. Like, that's how I think of it. It could be more than that, but to me, I think of it as like you are in a relationship with this person. So I think that when you're in love with somebody, like, it's a little bit different because you want to have a relationship with this person. They're a little bit more important than, like, maybe, I don't want to say more important than your mom, but you treat them different. You treat them different than you would treat your, like, mom or your grandmom, if that makes sense. I don't know. Did that make sense to y'all?
No, it makes sense. I understand what you're saying. It makes sense.
All right, yeah, that's what I think of when I think of the difference. Like, I think it's just a slight difference, though. Like, it's just a little nudge. What you think, B?
I think there's a big difference. I think love is like the ultimate feeling of like care for, attractive to, and all of that stuff. Like, I feel like love is like lust plus friendship. Like, right. It's like just the ultimate feeling. It's kind of indescribable and like scientific-y or whatever, or psychological and stuff.
Is this love or in love we're talking about?
Love.
Okay.
So I just feel like it's like just the ultimate feeling of care for. Like, you can love a person you never met. You can just be like, hey, I love your shoes, or I love the way you laugh, or something like that. Like, I just think it's the ultimate feeling, like the highest feeling of feels.
Of the feels.
In love, I think it's like the act of love, like what you're currently doing and what you are like feeling over time in a moment of whatever you're in, like relationship, like Ish said, like if you're romantically involved with somebody, it's just like the overall moment of the acts that you're doing. So the actions of love. And I think that one can expire. I don't think love can expire. I think being in love can expire and love cannot expire.
Right. I
get that. I agree.
What you think, Nay?
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you. I do think love is like a feeling, you know, you deeply care about somebody, you love them, they have a special place in your heart. You know, if something was to happen to them, you know, you would feel some type of way, you'll be bothered, you know, you want to protect them, you want them to be safe, you know, you love your friends, you love your mom, you love whoever, you know, people that are special to you, that are close to you, you love them, you care about them. That's how I think of love. In terms of in love, I think when you're in love with somebody, it's deeper. It's more of a connection, kind of like a soul connection. Like it isn't just a physical thing. It's a mental thing. Like you guys understand each other on a deeper level. And as you say, it can expire because you can be in a relationship with somebody and love them. And then as you guys connect more, you begin to grow, you know, you begin to fall in love with them. And then at some point, you guys can go off a track or someone can do something to break that trust that you build, and then you can kind of start shying away. And of course you still love them and you still care about them. You don't want to see anything bad happen to them, but that deep connection that you once had may no longer be there.
I'm gonna have to disagree a little bit, slightly, just because I think that both can expire. Like I know y'all said one. You said one, right, B, that you said in love can expire.
Yeah, being in love can expire.
I think that they both can expire because if you think about it, how many times did you think that you loved somebody? Like, let's just go for exes and stuff like that. Like, to this day, you don't still love them. Like, I know I don't. Like, I feel like that expired with that time. Now, like, probably like a parent or somebody that's constantly in your life, that might not never expire, but I feel like when certain relationships, when I think the love might expire with the relationship, if that makes sense. You see what I'm trying to say? Because like somebody that I loved 5 years ago in a relationship, I don't love today. Like,
I get what you're saying, but I can honestly say when I was in a relationship with my exes, I did at some point think I was in love. Now, as I grew older and got into other relationships, I did realize that I wasn't in love, but I loved them. You know, like years later where I realized I'm not in love with them anymore. And I don't know, is there a difference of loving somebody and having love for them? Because if something was to happen to any of them, I would definitely feel some type of way and be hurt by that because I spent a portion of my time with them, you know, that was sacred to me. So it still would affect me because despite who you come across, you do share some type of moments with each of them, no matter how deep of the level or how deep of the connection, you still share something to even make you give them some of your attention or to share that time. So you still form some type of bond and relationship. So I'm like, do I still love them? Or like, how would I say that? Like, no, I'm not in love with them.
I think there is a difference between like, cause I think when people say I have love for you, I look at that as a slang, like a slang language, like not meaning so much as like love, like the feeling, but like I got love for you because I like meaning I care about you, like you my peoples, you cool, you this. I don't think when people say
I think it's the same thing. I think it's just a cop-out way of saying like you don't want to say you're in love with a person, but the love feeling, like the actual, if we're going off of like saying that the love feeling is an actual feeling of care for, I don't think that can go away because you had experienced something with somebody.
I beg to differ because if we're saying if we're saying that love is just a feeling, I don't feel that for you anymore. Like not saying like if you die today or tomorrow,
they did something. The in love part did something that was not on your list of like what you felt infatuated with. That's gone, but you have that feeling for them that's deeply or whatever. Like it's like
I think that expires. Like that doesn't. Like to me, that I wouldn't say like if somebody was to be like, oh, your ex from 5 years ago, you were madly in love with them. Okay, I'm not in love with them no more. So yeah, that expired. Do you still love them? No, I don't still love them. So that expired. I don't feel that.
So you would say you had love for them. Would you say that?
But I wouldn't even say that because I'm not trying to come off as mean or like I don't care about the person no more. Like, yes, if something happened to them today tomorrow, I'd be like, damn, that's fucked up. But like, I'm not gonna be drastically like boo-hoo crying or like if something was to happen to my husband, bitch, you might as well bury me with him.
Right.
But if something was to happen to my ex, it's gonna be like, if I'm invited to the funeral, yes, I'm going to go. Am I going to be sad that like this person lost their life? Yes, I'm going to be sad as if they were a friend. Like like a distant friend, like maybe like 7th time removed, like from the family. Like I wouldn't say that I still have love for them. Like I don't know. Like I wouldn't say that I still. If we're saying that love is a feeling, I don't feel that love for them no more. So I feel like that can expire. Like if we're saying it's a feeling, you don't feel that for them no more, so it expired.
I get what you're saying. I just feel like if it was once, like I feel like it's not love. Then if it's able to be like, oh well,
if it just can't go away.
Yeah, if it's just like, well, all right, well, whatever.
I don't think love dies.
I think
it's just different forms. It's levels of it, and I think that you can be in a level of being infatuated and in love with a person, but the love there, the feeling that you had from them is you had a feeling because of whatever they are doing or whoever they are or whatever.
Yeah, but that expires. That's just like saying that milk is no longer milk because it expired. You can't say that the love wasn't really love because it expired. Like just because the milk went bad, it's still milk, isn't it? Wasn't it still milk at one point in time? It's expired. You can't use it no more, but it still was milk. So I just feel like, especially if it's, I'm not saying like, all right, if you was in love, like say, all right, I'm gonna just use my husband. So if I'm in love with my husband today and we just get a divorce, am I gonna stop loving him tomorrow? No, but I'm just saying like, if it's been 5 or 6 or 7 years, you know what I mean? You don't get that love feeling. You have to constantly pour into that. You have to constantly be doing something to make that person feel that. If I keep punching you, you're going to keep feeling it. But if I stop punching you, you're not going to feel it no more. So if you're not doing nothing to give that person that feeling, you're not going to feel that no more. Like, I don't know.
I think that's the difference between in love and just having love. Like, just
I agree.
having that feeling. Like if you're not pouring, like you said, like I think that in love is like the action of like you are in it, you're constantly like just thinking about it, you're infatuated with a person. It's kind of like being crazy a little bit, like you just that person or whatever.
Like you need them to go on at that time.
Yeah, like but that can fade away. I feel like that person can change, the dynamics can change, something in the relationship happens, whatever, that person is not the person that you once knew, whatever, you're not in love anymore, you're not actually feeling those actions, you're not doing anything to pour into the person anymore, you're not currently in the feels, like, but you did have love for that person, or you did have a feeling of love, like.
But that's just like
your brain, your mind, and your body and your soul is gonna feel something if something happens to that person. If that person calls you or whatever, you're gonna probably answer or something like that because the love is there.
Right.
I don't know. I just think like we said, the difference. I mean, if you saying like love, like you could love your mom, but you're not in love with your mom. So
right, but the feeling is just love. It's not for whoever.
That's
just
what I'm
love.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So
you're not gonna stop loving your mom.
That's what I'm saying. So if we're saying that
you can stop loving your mom though. Depending on what kind of mom you got.
If you saying that love is a feeling, like we're saying like it's just the actual feeling, like we're not saying like the actions, we're saying this is what you feel. So if the person is no longer around, no longer like in your life or nothing like that, that you can lose that feeling for somebody, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't love at one point. But that can expire because it might have been a very, very long time, 10, 11 years, like that you've been with your ex. You're not going to be like, you're not going to see them in ShopRite and be like, whoa, baby, damn, I still love you. You're not going to be.
You're not in love with them, but
you don't have to feel like that to love them.
Feel the love.
You just got.
Not gonna feel like you're not going to be like, oh yeah, I still like I love them. The feeling.
It's like ink. It's like ink versus a pencil. Like you can't erase the ink. Like you wrote it, it's there already. Like you can't take it back and be like, oh no, you know, but you're not in love. You're no longer using the pen anymore, but you wrote it. It's there.
The pen run out. It can run out of ink.
But it's on the paper.
It's stamped. It's not signed, sealed, and delivered.
It's
on the paper.
Still expire. Like I think that it can. I think that you can. Like, I mean, what y'all think? People that's here, people our viewers. What y'all think? Like, can it expire, or like y'all think that once you love somebody, that's it? You stuck with that love for the rest of your life? Like I don't know.
I don't know. I agree. I don't know. I feel like
it's nobody.
It's like
yeah, You guys can put your point of view in the chat room to let us know what you think. But I get what both of you guys are saying, but I kind of still agree with B a little bit, like, because I'm just speaking for me personally. No, I'm not in love with any of my exes, but I definitely still care about all of them. And, you know, in a sense, I guess I do still love them, because if something was to happen to them, I would be hurt and affected by it.
You can still care about somebody without loving them. I care about my neighbors, but I don't love them. You can still care about somebody and not love them. Like, it doesn't mean, I'm not saying that, when I say that I feel like the love can expire, I'm not saying that that's taking away you caring about that person. You can care about somebody without loving them. You don't have to love somebody to care about this person. I was just at Walgreens and I saw an old lady struggling. I cared enough about her struggle to go help her, but I don't know her from a can of paint. I don't love her. I just cared that she was struggling. I cared about her not falling with all of her bags. You don't have to love somebody to care for them. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, the love, if you're not with that person no more, the love can expire. It can expire. You're not going to forever just be like, oh, I'll just forever love you. Like, I mean, that's just me. I'm not saying y'all, but I just beg the difference. Like,
I'm a different kind of breed.
You just a nigga.
When it's over, it's over.
I love them.
I love these hoes. When it's over, it's over.
Right. That's how I feel. I'm not saying that, like I said, if something happened to them, yes, I care, but I don't love them. Like, I don't feel that love for them. Like, and I'm not in love with them. I feel like that's two separate things. So I'm not in love with them no more, but I don't love them either. I care about them. Yes, that's fine. If they die today or tomorrow, I'm gonna be sad. Poor you, but I'm not about to be like,
not for you. Okay. For you sucks that happened.
Like, we got a comment that agrees with you, Ish.
Yeah, that comment was a little crucial. Like,
one of our comments is with you, Ish. They said,
but it was with you, but then it kind of like contradicted it, so I'm kind of confused. You can go ahead and read those comments.
Read the comments, y'all. So
they said they don't know their neighbors, but they don't give a fuck what happens to them. And what's the point of love if it expires?
Yeah, so it's kind of like going both ways.
So this is what we said. We said, I know because you just came in, so we were saying that love. The difference between love and being in love is a difference, because love can just be like the feeling versus in love is like the physical, like actions and things like that. So we were saying that B had mentioned that being in love with somebody can expire, but the love is still always going to be there. And I said that I think that both can expire. Not saying that they both have to, but I think that it can expire. You, just because you love somebody, if y'all break up, 10 years go by, you're not going to be like, oh yeah, I do still love you. I mean,
the only reason why I'm saying that's not always true is because I know a situation where it's been 8+ years and that love's still there, okay? We have people doing crazy, stupid, dumb stuff, and they ain't been together.
Things that they do, or they might still have a relationship. I'm talking about whereas though, I'm not talking about the people that break up and still are friends or still like actively in each other's life. I'm talking about the breakups whereas though you really like my last relationship. I don't talk to this person. I don't see them. We never run into each other. We don't have nothing in common no more.
You can't have like a long distance love, or like, so you only can love them if they're in your life on a regular.
No, but I feel like
if me and you stop talking every day and you ain't talk to me for 3 months, you don't love me no more?
Did you break up with me as a friend? Or we just didn't talk? That's different, because we still have some type of connection. The connection was never cut off. So
so how about
what if they say I don't want to be your friend anymore?
Wait, so how about when we've had situations where we had our little fallouts that friends have and we didn't talk? Did you not love me when we weren't speaking because we had a falling out?
No, I didn't. So,
yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay.
You still loved her because she was able to come back.
So let me answer. So this is the thing. You are very important to me. we had our times where we had our breakups and stuff like that, but I know how our friendship is. I knew that was just our break and what we needed. Now I'm talking about, if you stop being my friend for 10 plus years, I'm sorry, but I don't love you no more. You have to earn that back because, listen, let me just say, you have to earn that back because I'm a mom of 4 girls. I'm a wife. I have nieces and nephews. I'm already divided so much, so I can't just let you be holding on to my love and my energy, and I gotta keep pouring into something that's not pouring back into me. Right. So as a friend, if we're pouring into each other, yes, that's different. But I'm not the type of person that's just going to continue to pour into somebody that's not pouring back into me, because when my cup get empty, how am I going to take care of my family? How am I going to be the mom that I have to be for them? How am I going to be the wife that I have to be for them? Because I'm pouring all of my love and attention into a dead or a cup with a hole in it.
But you don't always have to. Sometimes they tell you got to love people from a distance. You don't always have to act.
I'm not that person. Yeah, the acting on it is the in love part to me. I think you can't stop loving somebody. It's just like it's levels of the love. Like you always
like even if it's toxic.
That initial feeling. That initial feeling of care. If they got to that point and you was able to say, "Hey, I love you," then that is a stamp in your heart that's never gone away.
I snatches all my stuff back. I'm sorry. I'm not.
She said, "I get here and give it with my love."
Give it back, cause I'm. That's just not me. Like I'm not even gonna get on here in front. That's just not me. I'm not that person. Like if you're not constantly, if you're not constantly like pouring into me as well, or we don't have no type of friendship or no type of connection, I cannot waste my little bit of space that I have for somebody that's not present or somebody that's not active. Like I delete. You're not active. I go through my phone log. Even my phone book. If I don't call these people, or these people don't call me, don't check on my kids, don't call up and see how we are, I delete it out the phone, because at this point you're taking up space in my phone, and it's unnecessary.
Right.
It's unnecessary, but that's just me. I do that. That's just how I am all the way around. Like
you spring clean everything.
No more, it got to go. If it's taking up space,
everything.
It go. I spring cleans everything.
Love cleaning. One of our comments said, if you don't love them, you never love them. And are we speaking on friendship love or relationship love?
So the topic is paired to relationships, but it was just kind of use an example to kind of see what the whole love thing was. But I feel like love is love. Yeah, relationship or no relationship. Like
I don't know, because I could love ice cream today and not love ice cream tomorrow. So
we talking about human beings, not food.
And it's still the feeling. It's still the feeling of like the psychological.
But that doesn't mean that it didn't exist. You can't say just because you don't love somebody today that the love wasn't real. I don't think that's like.
I agree with that.
I don't know, because I feel like that's just like saying if you're not in love with them no more, then you was never in love with them. So you cannot say that.
I think it's different. I think it's different because I feel like love is just a strong caring for. If you care for that person, you always want to care for that person. That person doesn't change, but the way that they made you feel might change, or something that they did might change. So you're no longer in love with them, but you always will love them. I feel like that for me personally.
That's exactly what I'm saying about loving somebody. So somebody did something to make you love them, and now they did something to make you not love them no more. So wouldn't that still fall under the same category?
No.
Why do one carry for the one and not the other?
The only reason why I say it doesn't is because when you love somebody, I feel like once it gets to that part, you were supposed to love them with no conditions. Like when you love me, you love me unconditionally. You don't love me with conditions. Like, I don't love you no more because X, Y, and Z. Like, yeah, be hurt, feel some type of way because we're on some type of level. But
aren't you supposed to be in love with that person without conditions as well?
No.
No.
No. That's a whole other level. And that just kind of happens.
The in love part is the moment of time that's happening is going on.
It's like I'm in love.
Like I'm in love. It literally
you on the cloud.
A chemical balance in your body. Like you send off endorphins and oxytocin and all that stuff. And you're in love. You are feeling more less stress and everything.
If you send
that can stop.
Hormones right? If you're sending off all of them hormones, you don't think them same hormones go off when you love somebody? You don't think that can stop? Them same hormones go off when you love somebody. That person made you feel something. So when all of that stops, the love can stop as well. Just like you're saying, all of that stopped and you're not in love with them no more. That can stop as well. It's not. I don't feel like I don't know.
So you're saying that they are the same. You saying love and love is the same?
I'm not saying it's the same, but I think it has the same expiration rules.
You's a wholehearted queen, child.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, it's like, I'm not saying that my love comes with conditions, because it definitely doesn't, but I'm just saying, like, when you're no longer present and we're no longer in a relationship, technically I don't have to give you that unconditional love no more. Like, I'm not required to do that anymore.
You don't have to give them anything to say that you still love them.
And I'm telling you that I don't.
You can love them from a distance, because that goes into like, all right,
and I'm telling you, I don't.
That goes into like, if you breaking up because like you love them or something like that, like you say, all right, I love you so much, like I'm not the person, or I can't do this for you, or I can't be what you need right now, or I'm not there where I need to be, and y'all break up.
If I pack my bags, I'm packing my love with it.
Period.
Okay. So, can you be in a relationship without being in love?
Yeah. Bitch, you come to a whole nother topic. Hold up. Hold
on. Let me pull my book out.
Since you're saying they the same.
You can be in a relationship without being in love, because when you enter into a relationship, you don't love that person right away, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think that love is required to have a relationship. Like, that's love is not a requirement.
I said in love. Can you be
in love is not required to be in a relationship. You have to get to that. Like, being in other relationships or dating other people made me realize that what I thought was being in love wasn't. So it's like, sometimes you don't really know until you really experience it. But I've been in relationships where I wasn't in love before. And it was like, oh, I just really love them. But that definitely wasn't in love. Like, it just wasn't the same. It could have been puppy love, or it could have been like the honeymoon phase because it was still so new. But it definitely wasn't in love. So I think you could definitely be in a relationship without being in love, because you could be dating somebody, in a relationship with them, and y'all never get to that point. Like, you're still learning each other and figuring it out. And before you can, like, connect on a deeper level, it's already over.
Yeah, and I think you can get into a relationship and not love them yet.
Right. Like, you don't love somebody when you first start dating them.
You wanna see where this goes. Okay. Boom. And then you hit the I love you, because that's like the steps, right?
Yeah, that's just
like they be asking, like, when did you say you love that person? When did you feel that?
Right. So, yes, it goes from like a like to a deep care, then the love, then the in love. Because that's when the lust part comes in too, because a lot of people get love and lust confused as well.
We have a comment that says being in love is obsessed.
I kind of could see that though, because it's like you need them. It becomes like a high. It's like they become your drug and you need it. And if you don't get it, it's like, where's my fix? Yeah, it becomes an addiction.
Damn.
So like, you said, the obsession. I definitely get that. Because you be out there on them streets like, where my man at? He ain't picking up his phone. Like, hey, you okay? Like, where you at? You said you was going to be here 10 minutes ago. Like, you start going crazy. So,
I agree with that.
It does become like an obsession. So, I get that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. I
don't want to use that word though.
I don't want to. Yeah, I was about to say that.
That's why I said.
Like, I feel like infatuation or something. Like,
I like that word, infatuation.
Like more so, because like obsessed is like a negative annotation. Like, it legit did say, like, I was studying, I be studying and stuff, and it legit says like you are addicted to the person, but it's like, I don't want to say that. Like, I don't want to use that word.
Addicted to them, because it be like, I can't sleep without my husband. Like, I
don't think addiction is the bad word. Obsessed might be a little too much, because I mean, I seen a movie Obsessed. I don't know about
obsessed is
that's
like
kind of crazy.
It's like obsessed is like more so selfish too. It's like you don't care about the other person or whatever. You just like want what you want and that's it. Like
exactly.
But like infatuated, y'all both infatuated with each other, or are you like, hey, I just love that person. I love how they make me feel. My hormones is shooting up and down, whatever. I can sleep this way with this person or whatever. So
yeah, because when you're obsessed, sometimes they don't have to do anything to make you become obsessed. You're just
you
obsessed.
Can be obsessed with nothing. Like
yes,
that's not always good or healthy. You could be obsessed with somebody about the way they look, like, and I'm just obsessed with you. That doesn't mean that you are in love with them, like.
Right.
Y'all seen the movie? You seen the movie?
I seen it. She's crazy.
Crazy.
I'm hollering.
You
I
know?
think you can be in a relationship without being in love with the person. I actually think that, like we said, being in love expires. So if you could be you could fall in and out of love with somebody. Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean? It just depends on where y'all at in a relationship, because you can definitely fall in and out of love.
And that's some real talk, especially when your relationships becomes years and years in. Sometimes you get comfortable, you get stagnant, and it takes for somebody to be like, all right, babe, we drawing. Like, what's going on? Because this is like real dry.
You have to realize too that you married this person 7 years ago. So they might not be who they were 7 years ago.
It's like impossible.
Might not like now. So it is possible to fall out of love with the person because maybe you didn't communicate like, all right, I don't really like that no more. I like this now. And then your person just keep doing the same thing. And you like, bitch, I don't even like that. But you never communicated that. So once you do communicate that and the person start doing the things that you like, you might fall back in love with them. Like, yeah, see, bitch, this is what I've been missing.
See?
Right.
See? There you go. The in loveness is still be like, it goes up and down. It's level.
Yeah, but that's
the foundation. But the foundation is love. Like it started there. You gotta be like, all right, I'm in love. I'm out of love. You're drawn. Like no, like you're drawn. Like no, I don't like it anymore. We had a comment that says, "Can two people be obsessed with each other or in love at the same time?"
Yeah, I think so.
I would hope so. Bitch, I better not love you.
Do you mean two different people? You mean two different people, right?
I'm gonna say, are you talking about like if you in a relationship with somebody, can you love somebody else? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I think that's what they mean.
It can happen. I know y'all heard that song by Jasmine Sullivan, "In Love with Another Man."
Yeah.
The whole song, she apologizing to her man for being in love with another man.
And it definitely happens because, like I said, you might have not communicated that you don't like that no more. This is what you need. You didn't communicate your new needs with your partner. So once Susie come along and Susie doing everything that you like, you falling for Susie because you never communicated to your partner like, babe, this is the things that I like now. Let's change it up. Let's switch it up. Mm-hmm. So once that happens, like, yeah, it's possible because sometimes people don't know how to communicate. So it is very possible. And then you think about it, like, y'all got kids now, y'all got all these different responsibilities. It's not fun no more. Like, everything changed. Your dynamics changed. Everything changed. Like, it was fun in the beginning because we didn't have no responsibilities. You was living at your mom's house. I was living at my mom's house, and we was fucking on the weekends. We ain't had no responsibilities. But now that we got responsibilities, it's not fun no more because then we got to get up every day and go to work. And we got 4 kids to take care of and things like that. So, you know what I mean?
The love language has changed.
You gotta have them conversations. You got to, especially if you want to be with that person for a long, long time. Like, you got to figure out the stuff that changes and you got to keep up with those changes. If you keeping up with trends, you can keep up with the changes in your relationship. How about that?
B, we got another comment. You want to read it?
Yeah, one of our viewers says that you can definitely love 2 people at the same time because you love people for different things.
That is the truth. Okay, that is really some truth because everybody is different. So it's like everybody give you different things. So it may be something that you're missing in your relationship that another person is giving you. And it's like, I'm getting what I need here, but then I'm still getting what I need there. And then that's when they say people always want their cake and eat it too. Like,
can you be now you can love multiple people, but can you be in love?
That's what we're speaking about, in love.
You can be in love with more than one person.
She said love. She said love. She didn't say in love. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's both. I think you can love, you definitely can love two people at the same time. I feel like you can be in love with two people at the same time because you're in love with those things that they both do for you individually.
Yeah, like the in love part is the action.
Different needs for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being head.
And it goes back to like the love languages and stuff like that. Like you are receiving, or your person that you're with are unable to do something that your love language is requiring, and then you might meet someone else that does the same thing, but not necessarily cheating or anything like that. It could be two separate times and two separate people that did two separate things, like, but you still are in love with that person that did something for you, or you're in love with another person that did something for you.
Yeah, I think you can be in love with two people at the same time. I definitely agree with that. Now, is it healthy? Is it right? Is it like, I don't know. So like, in my opinion, I would definitely try to steer clear of that, because it's draining to be in love with one.
Dangerous.
It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. Yes, and people really kill for love. Like
and that's the part.
People's hearts. Like
exactly.
You gotta be very careful, and you have to
be careful with me.
It's very draining. Should I be fucking drained?
You heard what Cardi said. Listen, be careful.
It's not healthy. Exactly, it's not healthy at all, because people feelings get involved, and like you said, some people feelings you cannot play with because they get to a part where a certain part of their brain snap and nothing makes sense and there's no coming back. I don't know if y'all heard about it.
They got a whole Lifetime show about it.
Yeah,
okay?
Like people be pulling up on, they be catching people cheating on them, kill everybody, shoot them up. Like, it's not worth it.
You got to think about it from this aspect. Usually when you are doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, like, because let's be real, if you're in love with another person while you're in a relationship, that means you're doing something with that person. So you think about it like this, you're significant.
That's why I said not cheating, but it could be two different paths that you have taken.
Your significant other might not know. So this person people really drop dimes. Y'all pillow talk so much and y'all give out all this information on your spouse. And now Susie then rolled up on us and beat my ass. I don't even know where Susie coming from.
Yeah, I didn't even know Susie. Didn't even know Susie existed.
Yeah,
how Susie know me and why she coming to fight me?
Susie be knowing the drop. She know where you work at. She know where you live at. She know what time.
And you don't know not a damn thing about Susie.
You don't know nothing about Susie,
but
even know. Your inbox coming to you as a woman.
Don't come to me as a woman.
Out here looking stupid. Like y'all gotta. That's so selfish.
And better.
Because bitch, let somebody.
Women too. Because women be lying. Women be lying and having two people and telling this person one thing and telling somebody else another thing. You can't do that. You can't play with people, and love is serious. Like
people are dying over love. Okay.
People always blame women. Well, if she was doing what she's supposed to do, well, how the fuck you know I ain't doing what I'm supposed to do?
It all goes back to that. It all goes back to communication, like you said. Like it can all be solved by, hey, babe, I don't like that. Babe, I need you to grab my ass and smack me. Smack my ass when we fucking. I need you to go get the kids. Like, I need all of that, and then you can solve it and just do it. And be like, all right, babe, I got you. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna do that, and then you'll be safe.
Like, babe, you ain't it no more.
Right?
Ain't it no more.
I was about to say that. That's another thing. People don't know how to break up no more, or people don't know how to get broken up with. Like
that too.
Let me get my box.
That's true. Because if I break up with you, that's it. That's done. It's over. Like
don't call me.
Don't show up.
Don't call me. Don't stalk me. Don't be outside my job. Don't say you're doing it for the kids. Like you ain't Tyra. Like we're not doing that.
Not for the kids.
We're not doing it for the kids. We ain't Tyra. Okay.
Don't show up. Don't show up at my house. That's it. It's done. We over. Exactly. I told you that last week. Why you not?
And that's the thing.
Why you not listening?
Or people get comfortable and nobody break up with each other. So then it gets to the point where you're like together but not together.
Period.
It's
oh my
too
gosh.
much.
That happens. Way too much.
That happens a lot.
Too much.
It's because you built so much with that person. You built so much of that person, and that's like I ain't even going front. Like it would be hard leaving my husband because we built so much together. It's like damn, then we gotta start over. Like
yes, you get comfortable.
People don't want to start over.
Let's see if we really want to break up. Like, go sleep on the couch for a few days. Let's see.
Yes, look, because you get comfortable. Then it's like,
real.
dang, I gotta get used to being naked around somebody. I gotta get used to. I gotta see if they like my food. I gotta get used to them, like going to the bathroom and stuff. Like, is it gonna be okay if I fart? Like, you gotta.
I gotta keep my wig on.
Yeah, like damn, I can't just snatch my wig off when I go in the house. I gotta still be cute. Like, what the hell? Like, nobody wanna go.
If we don't work, we gonna be together, but not together at this point.
Yes.
I ain't starting over.
You seen that TikTok was like, you want to see other people? Let me switch my wig real quick. We see other people then. Go sleep on the couch and sit down somewhere because you're not going nowhere. Like,
you want to see other people? Go look in the mirror and see yourself.
Go see, yes. Go look in the mirror and change your hair or something.
We gotta make it work because we too old to keep starting over. We gotta make it work.
Ain't nobody got time for that. We got kids and everything.
I ain't starting over no more. I'm sorry. We gotta make it work.
It says people are not dying over love. They are just crazy and can't control their emotions. They don't think logically.
I think people are dying like over love. Like
I agree.
Your emotions or not, you love that person so much, and now I gotta die because you love them and you decide.
And everybody handles everything differently. You can't be like, because that person was able to get cheated on and walk away. You should be able to too. Everybody's brain is wired differently. So the way I handle something may not be the way you handle something. That's like you can't tell people how to handle stuff because you ain't them.
And not only that, the dynamics of the relationship might have been different. Like you and Susie might have been dating for 2 months, but if we've been dating for 15 years, bitch, I'm gonna go a little crazy. I'm gonna go a little.
And especially if you blindsided by something, like if you didn't know, or like you start a new relationship and you didn't close your other door properly, that person is going to bring all of those feelings into your new relationship because you didn't handle your stuff properly. Like you just should have just been like, all right, it's over. I'm feeling this way. I don't want to be with you no more. Blah blah blah. Let that person deal with that, and y'all heal the way you need to heal.
Closure is very important.
Closure for sure. Yes.
People really underrate closure. Like closure is important and it's very necessary. It's the same thing. Like
when you have that entry conversation, when you're saying like, "Oh, you want to be in a relationship," is the same way you need to be like, "Oh, I don't want to be in a relationship."
The exit conversation as well.
Exit conversation. Yeah.
Because then you thinking like if you just break it like, "Oh, all right, bitch, it's over." But what I do? Like what happened? I feel like
or you don't say nothing, you just start acting different and you left. Like
But when you give
or you just stop answering your phone and start replying to text messages, you like
like wait, what's up? What happened?
And when you give somebody closure, you give them the opportunity to learn from their mistakes. Like I know I took all the things that I did wrong and I was like, I'm not doing it this time. This time, this is the last time, and I'm going to do this time right. You give people that opportunity to grow as a person because if you're not letting them know what they did, guess what? They're going to just keep walking around hurting the next person and hurting the next person. You gotta let them people know, like, bitch, you was toxic as shit, and you gotta get that together. If you don't never tell nobody, they're not gonna never change. Yep. You gotta give people that closure. It's important.
And you gotta be willing and open to understand that you did something wrong. Like you gotta be like, oh, all right, I did fuck that up. My bad.
One of our comments say, so you're using your emotions to make decisions is cool. Honestly, I feel like no decision that you make, you don't use your emotion. Like, if I'm buying a dress, I'm like, I want to know how, like, damn, do I like it? Do I this? You use your emotions to make every decision. Like, I don't think nobody makes a decision without some type of emotion. Now, we're not saying that it's cool to be acting out in rage and acting all crazy, but it happens. You know what I mean? It happens.
And this is another thing. If it wasn't something that you couldn't control, you wouldn't be charged differently accordingly if it's something that you could control, because that's why you have premeditated. Like, oh, you went home, you thought about it, you did X, Y, and Z. But exactly, and you act in the moment. They're like, okay, well, you were acting in the moment, you know, you kind of was whatever, and you're processed differently than somebody that's going to sit, make up a plan, and figure it out. So, yeah. Your emotions have to do with every decision you make. Every single decision of your life, your emotions have to do with. Yeah, you don't make no decision without thinking about it.
Even if you think you're telling yourself, like you're in your brain has to get signals from your organs. Like it's like, all right, if you're telling yourself, don't think about it, don't use my emotions. That's an emotion you're using to be logical. Like you like, exactly. All right, I need to make this decision this type of way. That's an emotion that you're feeling. Like you're like, I don't want to feel this way. I do want to feel this way. So I agree.
Exactly.
I think it needs a balance. I don't think everything should be made off of solely emotions, and I don't think everything should be decided off of solely logic. Like, you got to use both.
Yeah, it's always a little sprinkle of emotion in some type of decision. Like,
and I think most women have like more emotional thoughts than men. But hey, I think you need both. What other questions?
yeah, I think I definitely need both. I definitely think that you need both. Like, I think it's important.
So, what do you think about love without commitment?
I don't know.
Me, I feel like that's
I've had love without commitment before, and I feel like it fucked me up. Okay.
Oh, did it now?
It did. I've had love without commitment, and it didn't feel good, because it's like you share these things with some person, with somebody, and y'all supposed to, have, feel differently for each other than y'all feel for anyone else. But because there's no commitment, when the other person goes off and can do X, Y, and Z because there's no commitment, of course you're going to feel some kind of way because the love is there, but it's like you can't really act on it or say anything because there's no commitment. So I feel like it's kind of one of those cake and eat it too situations. Like, it doesn't really work. Like, it's really a bunch of bullshit.
And as the person that been like, I guess on the side where as though like I'm cool
not committing.
Yes.
I'm telling you that it's fucked up. Like, I think that it's fucked up, and I'm saying that now as a full grown adult. Like, when you thought you was going back then, but like learning from them mistakes is just like, it's not fair to put somebody through that. It's not fair to let somebody think that you love them the same way that they love you, or in your mind, like, y'all had that conversation, like, oh no, this not no type of commitment. You do you, I'm gonna do me. But as time go along, some type of commitment forms on one side. It might not been like I said, I never committed. I don't give a fuck. But they started committing because it's just like, you could tell that the commitment changed on their end because they would, you and that person DM, or you talking to that person, or why you out with that person, or this and that. That's how you could tell that the commitment changed for them, because they just feel like, why you with this person and you not with me? You told me you ain't want to go out. You told me you ain't want to do this. Like, so it's not fair to them, because it's just like, bitch, I've been loving you for 2 years now. Like, and I'm still not getting something different from you. Somebody's gonna want more. Somebody's gonna start to want more as time go along, and it's not fair to keep dragging them along, making them think that like one day you basically get their hopes up. Like, all right, one day is gonna be us. One day. And that's not fair, because they could meet their person. Their soulmate might be right there.
Long time ago.
Focused on you. It's not fair. It's definitely not fair at all.
It's not at all. And another thing, like, it's like the love without commitment. I also feel like, I don't know, everybody's situation is different, but for my situation, it was like the love was the same on both ends. Like, I can honestly say I was definitely treated and looked at as the girlfriend. Like, everybody around, like, if they would refer to me, they would refer to me as their girlfriend. And it's not like the person be like, oh, that's not my girlfriend. And it just be like, oh, okay, whatever. But when it was beneficial for them to do whatever, it was like, oh, you can't really say anything because there's no commitment. And I'm like, it's like you use it when it's beneficial, but we're doing all this boyfriend, girlfriend stuff. But if I was to do those same things, it would have been like hell of a high water. Like, wait, you did what? Like, what's going on? You like,
didn't even know that. I was like, wait, what? Y'all wasn't?
Yeah, because when you asked me, I'm like, no, we technically
never
said
that. I'm like, that shit stings in a whole nother, like.
But you witnessed it on the outside looking in. Like, we definitely looked like or seemed to everybody outside that we were
as your boyfriend.
But when it
you
came
can't say a motherfucking thing
to him, it was like, but we're not together though.
But we're not together.
And I said them same lines, honey. I know, because I said them same lines.
Say that. It is just like
girlfriend.
It's like, why? or just like let the person be. Then if you're not,
but see, that's me.
If you want to,
and then turned around and gave somebody else the commitment that I was asking for, and then made it seem like I did something.
That's the part that hurts the most, because it's just like
Jesus,
I put in all this time with you, and then Susie come along, and that's your girlfriend. I mean, I haven't been there. I've been the doer, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop this friendship with you that we got going on. She's not in love with you anymore.
But listen,
continue or go on as one.
But let me say this: I have always, y'all know me. I am very blunt, and I tell people up front, this is not that.
And you do, but I can say that about you. You honestly. Ever since I've been around and seen them slide, and you be like,
but that's more understandable. So
yeah, I tell them that ain't my fault. Like I be telling them, when they get like that, I cut them off, and that's why going back to when I was like,
that's
understandable. I could cut people off. I don't deal with that. Like you want to you get like clingy. I don't like that type of stuff. So that was the thing when I tried to cut them off. When I seen when it was going, I was like, okay, I don't want to do this no more because my feelings are too involved. And they like kept trying to talk to you, kept trying to get you back, kept trying to persuade you, be your friend, be all in your face, let you know like this is what they want. And then turn around, it still ain't really what they want. They just still want you to be there because they just want to play around and still just want you to sit there. Yeah, no.
Because we're accessible. When you're accessible, you know, when you're accessible, it's just like, all right.
It is true.
Let me pick up the phone. Let me do this. Let me start this whole love cycle all over again. But like, I feel like it's like both parties' obligation to like stop some type of way. Like you said, each like when you feel like they were catching feelings or they were doing too much, like you stopped it. You was like, hey, no, remember I said I didn't want to do none of that. Like you stopped it.
But then even as the person that had that conversation. Still, the person was just like, all right, no, I'm a chill. I'm you know what I mean? And if you want to continue, like, what am I supposed to say now? Like, all right, I'm thinking you really gonna get your life together. Like,
right. And see, that was the thing.
People don't want to let go either. Sometimes,
and that was the thing.
Like, you might have wanted to let go, but your person didn't, and I wanted to let go, and that person didn't. So it'd be sometimes like one person might be ready to let go, and the other person not done yet. So you can't really blame either party for real.
Right. And that's how it was. It was like, but nobody never like I was never tried to let go though. And the one time, and it was the thing. So if we're not committed, why are we sneaking around? Why is it a secret? Why are we hiding it? If we're not committed, but then when I find out and I confront you about it, and you feel that's the only thing you can say to justify what you're doing, it's like a smack in my face, because it's like deep down you like, damn, I shouldn't be doing this. So let me try to sneak and do it. Then when I find out, it's like, really? Like, really? But
9 times out of 10, if they were sneaking to do it, it's because it was somebody else on the side. Because if you're not in a committed relationship,
that's what she's saying. The other person sneaking to the other person.
So if we not committed,
you know,
I'm
agreeing with you. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So why are you sneaking? Because technically, like just like me in your head, we was actually committed. You just wanted to do what you wanted to do, so you wanted to throw that not committed on the sideline. Because if you ain't committed to somebody, when somebody references somebody as your girl or your whoever, you're gonna be like, no. But if niggas walking up to you like, oh, your girl X, Y, and Z, and you like, oh, okay.
No, because listen, let me it's the doer.
Dog, I just want you to just hang up.
We know you the nigga. Keep going. Go ahead.
Oh my God! But listen,
you pulled your own damn card. You could have been quiet.
Cause I gotta defend us.
Go ahead, defend your slimy asses. Go ahead, ain't shit asses. Go ahead, defend it.
She was married now. It's okay. You got saved.
So listen.
That's the thing. The whole family knew me.
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't care. The whole
no, but I said the family only knew me. Like
you could be doing only stuff with the person that they never ever did with nobody else. It don't matter.
And they still be out there doing this
like,
too.
That's what I was gonna say.
She ain't dead. It ain't that.
the person never denied you as their girlfriend because they don't want to fuck up what they have. So if you in front of people and they be like, "Oh, your girlfriend cute, your girlfriend this," and he be like,
"No, I don't be." No, what I'm saying is I don't be there. I'm not around.
Yeah.
Like I never was around when somebody confronted them. It'll be like somebody bringing something back to me,
but it's still the same.
Him bringing something back to me. Like, yeah, you got people walking up to me like your girl X, Y, and Z did this, that, and third, and got me looking crazy, but I thought we wasn't committed.
It's still the same because it's like,
or if y'all mad when you doing something
to you, it's gonna be like, you know, so and so going around saying that that's not even you are not even together. You gonna go to him and be like, so Johnny just came to me and said we not in a relationship. So now what?
No, I wouldn't, because I would have said we wasn't. I never ever told anybody that was my boyfriend ever.
Y'all might
like, yeah, we talk.
Yeah, you don't ever say it. You don't be like.
First of all,
you don't need to be like
a whole different type of breed back then. Like the way I deal with my husband now, I would have never dealt with him back then, because back then no, it was like, whatever, it's cool. That's not my dude. We talk. I mean, later on, as I fell for him, I blamed him for making me soft like that, because before that, it was like, no, it's cool. Oh, we talk to somebody else? That's fine, because we just talk. We're not together. But as it grew deeper, it turned into something else. It tapped into another part of my soul and my heart. It felt the love inside of me. It opened up my heart. It found the love inside of me. So now that's how I got so soft for my husband. But before that, because he even used to be like, damn, you don't even act like you like me. I used to go home and be hype as shit. Like, yo, I got his number. He talked to me. Like, what is my nigga? Like, I like him forever. Like, but then when I see him, I be like, what's up? You cool? Like,
hey,
like I was like, I was big. Like, it was just cool. And like, I think
that should be so hard trying to act cool.
And I think one of my best friends had told him at the time, like, yo, she really like you. And he was like, I can't fucking tell, because she damn sure don't act like it. Like, you know, I'm not gonna be your dick. I'm not gonna be pressed. I'm not gonna be mad because other girls like you and talk to you, because you're not my nigga. I just started talking to you 3 days ago. So the girls you were talking to 7 weeks ago, I have nothing to do with that. I don't care. We talking on the phone, it's fine, nothing deep. Oh, he was walking with that girl down the hallway. Great, Mike, that's fine. We only been on the phone for 2 days. This when we had house phones. He only called me tonight to go to school. Like, not my nigga.
The long cord, you gotta pull all the way upstairs.
Yeah, like it took time for us to get there, like spending time every single day together, in the morning, afterwards, on the weekends, like all that built up. But like in the beginning, yeah, no. And that was another thing. We spent like every second together, so I don't even know how they found the time to do anything else. Niggas is magical. Hey, it's magical. I'm not gonna say niggas, people, because you're one of the magical people too.
Yes,
y'all is magical.
It's the girls out here too. So, Ish, how come did you ever get upset with? Did you ever get upset with the other person? Like when you was dealing with them, and you let them know you wasn't committed. Did you get upset when they were like just dealing with somebody else?
They ain't had nothing to do with me. Like,
she don't give a shit. I'm trying to tell you, she don't give a shit.
Because to me, I always play my role. Like not like that, but I always play my role. Like if even when me and my husband got together, we wasn't in a relationship. He was talking to somebody else. Listen, I only come home on the weekends. You my weekend nigga, and you could do whatever you was going to do throughout the week.
Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, I don't really. Now, when I started liking him a lot, when I started liking my husband a lot, I did start drawing. And they go back to what Janae said. Like when I started liking him a whole lot, like he really did change me. Like he softened my heart. But
yeah, that should be like, what's going on? I feel
ain't nobody believed me when I told them I had a boyfriend. Like.
I'm always soft, so I don't know that.
But before then, I always played my role. If this is what it is, if this is what we agreed to, this is what I'm going to play, because I don't want you fucking up what I got going on. I don't need you. I'm all the way away in college. If I got a nigga that's buying me pizza every week, I don't need you fucking that up. Mind your business.
Period. Buy that pizza.
The pizza guy, he's my pizza guy. Everybody has their role. Everybody gonna play their part, okay? I'm not about to fuck that up for myself, but that was back then. I'm a changed woman now.
Praise God.
How do you not fall in love though?
Cause I'm not that type of person. Like I'm just not that type of person. Like that's
you were not that type of person because you fell in love with your baby daddy.
No. Let's back that up. Get that back.
Oh God.
Because we fell in love with each other because we are two of the same people. So it was easy for me to let my guard down with him because it was literally like dating myself. Hey, you just like me. I like you. So it was easy for me to do that with him, but for other people, like even with my last relationship before him, like I loved him, but I did him dirty. It is what it is. Like I didn't care that much. Like I loved him, but I didn't care that much. I didn't care that much to really be committed and like, oh, it's us against the world. It's just not. It's not us against the world. It's you against everybody else that I'm talking to. Because it's just not
it's you against everybody else I'm talking to. I'm like, okay.
That's how it was. Like I'm just not that type of person. Like I don't fall in love easily. Like it takes a lot for me to actually open up to you. And once I open up to you, that don't mean I love you either. You still have to earn that, and you have to constantly earn that. And that's why I was saying, like, for me, love expires because you have to constantly work for my love. Like, I don't know if that, not saying like, I'm talking about like, you have to be active in my life. Like, if you're not on a payroll, you're not actively coming to work, you ain't getting paid. So if you're not actively in my life or actively pouring into my life some way, somehow, even if you check in once every 7 months, you're not active. I don't pour into people like that. I don't pour myself into people. So I don't care to love them. Like,
so what are some ways that we know somebody's in love with you? Or how do you know when you're in love?
Fuck them.
Look, you just know.
Y'all not with these dry ass answers tonight, okay?
No, for me, like when I knew I was in love with my husband, I knew I was in love with my husband because I was willing to change the things about me that I wasn't willing to change before. So I was willing to work on like my anger. I was willing to work on caring for other people. I was willing to work on learning how to respect him. I was willing to change those things. Whereas though with other people, I just wasn't. Like, bitch, you're going to get what I give you. Whatever personality is jumping out today, that's what you're going to get. I'm not biting my tongue. I'm not holding nothing back. I'm not, bitch, fuck you. Fuck your mom. Fuck mom. That's how I didn't give a fuck about people. Like, I didn't. And I knew I loved my husband when I cared. I said, oh, bitch, you care?
I can't.
Bitch, I felt like the Grinch. My heart grew 3 sizes bigger. Bitch, what is that?
I agree. I think when you sacrifice, kind of like something like you said, I said when you sacrifice for the importance of others, then I feel like you start to feel like you know, like, all right, I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to do less of something that's more important to me for the betterment and the more importance of you. Yeah. Like some type of sacrifice, I feel like that's when you know.
One of our viewers said, it's like you don't think about no one else and you're more willing to adjust yourself to make it work with that person. Yeah,
I agree.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I definitely agree with that. Cause
like, doing love and gestures, like whatever.
Oh my God, I used to be selfish. Oh, I am the
Yes, you were. And what is it? All right, so it's about
still got a ring. I have hope.
So look, before we wrap up, we're gonna send a silent prayer to all of the people that have come through Ish. We're gonna send them blessings and send love and light their way because I'm sure they need it. These actions probably still affect them in today's relationships. Because I know those people still affect me in my relationships today. Because
they're gonna watch this and be like, that bitch did love me. She lied.
And we're gonna be like, no, baby, she didn't.
She didn't.
So I'm gonna send you love and light because you still have not accepted that she didn't love you.
I love them so much.
Lies.
I love them. Oh, so much.
Oh my goodness. So
somebody died for you.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, we about to close out. One of y'all want to take us out? Bing boom. Bada bang bang.
You guys,
no guns, Brianna.
That was just me. That was the sound effect.
That was the sound.
I hosted it.
Gosh. She's such a gangster.
Well, you guys have just been a part of our last episode of season 1. We got 10 of them Jones. So we are on YouTube. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Twitter. I said YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
Hello. We in all the places.
We on all of them, okay?
So if you don't have one, you can see us on the other.
That's right. If you were not here today, we got you, because this is going to be posted at the end of the week, okay? And y'all gotta spread the word. Our followers, our viewers, y'all gotta spread the word. Tell people about us so they can come in and tune in. And let us know if y'all want us to talk about something specific, you know? We on Instagram. I'll talk back. We talk back, you know?
We
ain't too good. We ain't too good.
We fight. I don't bite no more.
We've already come to that conclusion. You may be the one scaring off the viewers.
Yeah, I'm very nice to our viewers. I love you guys. I think you guys are awesome. You guys have carried us this far.
Now, just put your teacher voice on.
Hello, sound all psychotic.
I'm trying to give our viewers the love that they deserve. Back to you guys. So you guys have carried us this far. You have been very supportive. We love that you engage with us, and we're here for y'all. Okay,
we are.
We here with y'all, especially the queens. We here for the queens. I got my love for women. Shout out to the kings that be on here.
NS Queen. You know, I'm a rapper.
Now a rapper. Good night.
In my daytime.
I'm hungry. All right, guys. Tuning in to another episode. We love you guys. You guys rock. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you. Good night.